This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, state title basketball action including Los Lomas playing for a Division I title for the boys and Pinewood looking for a girls open division title.
We'll have our end of the season awards including Players of the Year, Plays of the Year, and the Rim Rattling Dunks of the Year. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Oliver. We start tonight in Sacramento at the state championships. In Division II, the Alameda Hornets were looking to finish off an incredible season with one more win.
The Hornets won league and NorCal titles with a 28-5 record. The Hornets taking on the Crossroads Roadrunners Friday afternoon. The Alameda fans out in big numbers to support their boys in the D2 title game. The Hornets looking good early as Beno Zecik tosses inside to Noah Schwartz, and Noah doing good work inside for two as Alameda leads 18-13 after one. But the Roadrunners feature 6'10" senior forward Sharif O'Neal. You might have heard of his dad, Shaq. A tight third quarter, Sam Wettergren driving hard to the basket for two. And here's Wettergren again, driving and this time dishing to Zecik, who nails the mid-range jumper. But Crossroads retains its lead after three as Daryl Houston goes into the paint. He scores and won 44-40 Crossroads after three. The Roadrunners extend their lead on the run as O'Neal. He's pretty impressive. This two of his game-high 29 points. Alameda down 9 in the fourth, fighting back. This is Zecik spinning and firing for two, then handed off to Zecik, who nails the jumper, but the Hornets rally falls short as Crossroads wins by 6, ending an incredible season for the Alameda Hornets, who end the season as NorCal champions but lose this one by 6. O'Neal with 29 points and 17 boards, a big reason why. Each week, the Rika Center presents the Player of the Week award.
The announcement made in a rap produced by the hip hop department at the Rika Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Look, have you ever seen a panther hunt? Well, she's back. It's Pinewood's Hannah Jump with the biggest upset in the championship game. She might as well have been slamming dunks. Went to triple overtime against the #1 team in the nation. Who said it can't be done? Cause with 24 points from her hands, it was her standing pump that's landed her at Stanford. Our next player is a man with palms. He's an outside hitter named Daniel Quan. He had 29 kills against San Ramon. From 1 foot, he'll show you how to land a punch. Daniel's talent hitting keeps the Falcons winning. He'll catch spikes in his talons and challenge any to lights out. Late night with Jimmy Fallon grinning from how opponents get stuffed like foul on Thanksgiving. Those are your players of the week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
One of the most common injuries in sport is a finger popping out of socket. These dislocations usually occur at the proximal interphalangeal joint, often when a ball jams the tip of your finger. Sometimes a joint will reduce or go back in place on its own. If not, it will need to be put back in place with a traction maneuver. You might need to have the finger numbed up to assist in reduction. Since it is so common, most athletic trainers are very skilled at putting dislocated fingers back in place. Most of the time, once it pops back in place, you can get back to play with buddy taping. However, it's critical that you get x-rays and an exam afterwards to make sure there is no fracture or tendon injury. If these are missed and discovered weeks later, these can be very difficult to treat.
Coming up, the Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game, two top softball teams, Gilroy and Valley Christian.
And the girls' Division I state title game with Sacred Heart Cathedral and Sarah. But first, here's the final World Games Top 10 girls basketball poll.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
At Stanford Healthcare, we can now repair complex aortic aneurysms without invasive surgery. If we can do that, imagine what we can do for varicose veins. And if we can precisely treat eye cancer with minimal damage to the rest of the eye, imagine what we can do for glaucoma, even cataracts. If we can use DNA to diagnose the rarest of diseases, imagine what we can do for the conditions that affect us all. Imagine what we can do for you.
Wow, they're having the biggest ever mini bill sale. You know where else? South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge. I would just call it a cool ride. It don't look like a minivan anymore. Safe, roomy, technology. Take a look at our award-winning 8-passenger Pacifica for only $18,999. Let's think about this. Let's go see Mickey Mouse in Disneyland. Come to one of California's best. South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot. See you soon.
We're back at Levi Stadium with our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. This one features two of the very best softball teams in the Bay Area, Gilroy and Valley Christian.
Yep, and both teams feature very talented young players looking to do great things this year. It's our Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game, and Robert was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
A beautiful sunny day here at Valley Christian High School for a matchup between two of the very best softball teams in the Bay Area. For the undefeated Gilroy Mustangs, look for Gianna Vanni, a junior pitcher, giving up just 1 run in 3 games with a .64 ERA. Also, number 1, Abby Clark, a sophomore, with 7 hits so far this season, batting .500. For Valley Christian, Corey Thomas is the leading hitter, batting .611 with 11 hits, including 4 doubles and 2 triples. Kayla Dominguez is awesome on the mound for the Warriors with a .9 ERA with 39 Ks in 31 innings. Very high quality girls softball this afternoon in the Block Construction Blockbuster game. The Valley Christian girls take the field on a sunny Monday afternoon. Gilroy rolling early. Vanessa Zozaya with a 3rd inning rocket to left, which earns her first base and a fist bump. Later same inning, runner at second, Abby Clark ropes a single up the middle. Rounding third and scoring is McKenna Weiler, and the Mustangs have a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the third, now the Warriors with a runner at first. It's Daisy Bradadini, and she's fast. Daisy steals second, her 5th stolen base of the season. That was big because here's the Santa Barbara commit, Corey Thomas, bouncing it up the middle. Rounding third and scoring from second is the speedy Bradadini. Thomas safe at second, and we're tied at 1-1. 2 batters later, the pitcher Dominguez pops this one to shallow center, and that's trouble. It drops in, allowing Thomas to score with 2 outs, and VC has a 2-1 lead. Meantime, Dominguez was dealing on the mound as she gets the K here, and the Warriors' defense was stellar all afternoon. Here's Thomas at shortstop making the play to end the top of the 5th. Same score in the 7th as Wheeler sends a shot to left center. A great effort here by Bradadini, but just out of her reach. It's a double for Weiler. Then with the bases loaded, 2 outs, full count, and the ball is bounced to third. There is freshman Aubrey Thomas making the clutch play as Valley Christian holds on to win an exciting game, 2-1 the final. Dominguez going all the way to pick up the win for Valley Christian.
We didn't start off as strong as we should have, and we definitely came out and kept our composure for today. And I think going into a league, that's going to be very important.
Playing against this quality team, it's going to make us more hungry. It's going to show us that there's going to be competition and we need to rise to the occasion.
Sacred Heart Cathedral getting introduced as they play for the state D1 title. The Irish looking to get started early on, but Alexis Tucker gets the steal and she goes coast to coast for the easy lay-in. Sarah on the attack again as Tucker kicks it to Cheyenne Givens, who lines it up 4-3 as the Cavaliers take the 14-point lead after 1. But then SHC begins its comeback. In the second, Raina Smith dishes it to Aranaya Hatfield, who drills it from 3-point land, 31-18 Sarah at the half. And the Irish continue that momentum in the second to Lauau. Liu Perese nails the turnaround J. And then Milan Tuttle finds Gianna Sylvester, who makes it splash from downtown. Later on, it's Jaden Benitez to Silvestri on the fast break, and Gianna makes it rain again from deep, but the Cavaliers would pull away in the end. Tucker fires and hits from mid-range as the Sarah Cavaliers win the state D1 title. Congratulations to Sacred Heart Cathedral on a great season.
Time to announce our first awards tonight. These are the top players from the NCS.
Yes, and these are the players we thought were the best of the best in basketball and soccer. Always a very tough decision, but here are the NCS Players of the Year.
Nate Robinson, Los Lomas High School.
We have co-NCS Basketball Players of the Year. First off, it's Los Lomas senior guard Nate Robinson. Nate led the Knights to both the NCS and NorCal title games. Nate averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists for the Knights this season. A dynamic and versatile player for the Knights, Nate was a true team leader and a big reason for his team's success this year. Nate is deciding where he will play next season.
I think just the atmosphere of it all, especially in the community of Walnut Creek. Shout out to Walnut Creek. It's just all the support that we get. I'm definitely gonna miss that. It means a lot to me, especially coming thanks to my mom, my dad. They've always been there for me, show me support. It's huge.
James Akinjo, Salesian College Prep.
Our second Basketball Player of the Year is Salesian's James Akinjo. James was a dynamic force for the Pride this season, leading his team to league and section titles and into the NorCal playoffs. James did it all for the Pride, averaging 25 points a game with 5 assists and 4 rebounds. A terrific playmaker and team leader, James is now deciding where he will play next season.
We had a really great year. I had a great time all 4 years I was here at Salesian. I was blessed to play under Coach Mellis. He really taught me a lot and prepared me to play at the next level. So now it's all about taking that next step. We had a lot of fun all 4 years. I really, get to really call these guys my brothers. As well as my coaches, we really created a real bond and real relationship. So I'm gonna miss them the most.
Haley Van Dyke, Camp Alindo High School.
The NCS Girls Basketball Player of the Year is Camp Alindo forward Haley Van Dyke. Haley averaged an incredible 30 points and 18 rebounds per game for the Cougars, leading her team to the NorCal playoffs. An all-around outstanding player, Haley could score from anywhere on the court and was vicious on the board collecting rebounds. Haley will play on scholarship next season at the University of Washington.
It was actually a really cool experience for me. I never ever thought this would happen just because I started basketball in 8th grade, but it's been awesome. I think definitely our team chemistry has been really awesome over the past 4 years just because we've all been on the same team for 4 years. And all of the seniors have become really close, and it's just been really awesome, and it's fun just playing with them.
Samuel Kangere, New York Memorial High School.
Our NCS Boys Soccer Player of the Year is New York Memorial's Samuel Kangere. Sam was one of the section's leading scorers this past season with 25 goals and 8 assists. Sam's ability to find the net was a big reason for the Cougars' league title and run into the NCS playoffs. Sam, a native of Congo, is a junior and will be back at New York Memorial next season.
It's been pretty fun, since I've been on varsity since sophomore year, and I'm happy this year I got to be NCS Soccer Player of the Year. It's pretty different actually. In Congo we don't have like turf. We play on dirt, so it's kind of different.
Megan Edelman, Monte Vista High School.
The NCS Girls Soccer Player of the Year is Monte Vista forward Megan Edelman. Megan was the leading scorer for the #1 team in the nation, scoring 21 goals with 11 assists. Megan is a feisty player and can score from anywhere on the field. She scored the only goal in the NorCal Championship game to give her team the NorCal title. Just a sophomore, Megan has committed to play at UCLA when her high school career is done.
It was a lot of fun to be able to work with such talented and amazing teammates and working hard at practices, on and off the field, through team bonding, and it was just so much fun to have amazing teammates and amazing coaches just to help us along the way. College coaches have been coming to my games since I've been in like 8th grade. So it's been a lot of pressure, but it's also a lot of fun to try to show off your stuff and play really hard at every single game.
Garrett Pasco, Clayton Valley High School.
Our NCS Scholar Athlete for the winter season is Clayton Valley forward Garrett Pasco. Garrett led the Ugly Eagles to a 26-4 record and into the NorCal playoffs. Garrett averaged 15 points per game for the Uggs with 7 assists and 6 rebounds. Garrett was equally stellar in the classroom with a 4.4 GPA and will play on scholarship next season at Boston University.
It was a big deal to me. I felt like we really grew a lot as a program and as a school, and just to kind of see everyone rally behind our team, it was a big deal to me. And just after the the 4 years that I've been there, just to see that growth was important to me. I just try to work as hard as I can no matter what it is that I'm doing. So, you know, if that's in school, then I'm trying to make sure I'm the best that I can be, and if it's on the court. And just having good time management is always important, and balancing practice and then getting the homework done and studying and everything like that. But it was tough sometimes, but, you know, it's worth it in the end.
Serino Group and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award each week. This week's Coach of the Week is Doc Shepler from Pinewood. The Panthers picked up one of the very best wins in school history last week, winning the NorCal Open Division title in a triple overtime thriller.
Doc Shepler, this week's Serino Group U.S. Bank Coach of the Week. Coming up, the State Division I title game with Nate Robinson and Las Lomas battling Chino Hills.
And the top 10 plays of the year, will run them down with our U.S. Bank future leaders next. But first, here's a tip from one of the sports offered at the Silver Creek Sportsplex.
Hi, I'm Coach Gio, and today we're going to be talking about receiving the ball. When you receive the ball, it's important to lift your foot an inch or so off the ground and turn it towards the inside and receive the ball, trapping the ball right in front of you, not too far behind you and not way out in front of you.
For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970.
This is fun territory at America's premier ice facilities, Solar for America Ice and Oakland Ice Center. You're only moments away from the coolest place in town to host your next birthday party, holiday party, even your next product launch or team building event. No matter what the occasion, make it even more special by hosting it at the coolest place in town. For a tour of any one of the 3 Bay Area facilities or to schedule your next event, visit solarforamericaice.com or oaklandice.com.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
We're the Berkeley High cheer team, and you're watching the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio with the Las Lomas Knights continuing their incredible season as they go for the team's first ever state title.
The Knights taking on a Chino Hills team. The Huskies coming into this game as a Southern California 6th seed with a 10-game winning streak. Las Lomas, Chino Hills for the state title Friday night.
The Las Lomas 6-man out in full force as the Knights play for their first state title, but it was all Chino Hills in the early going. Ofuri Ujagele throws it up for Andre Ball, who slams it down. 23-9 Huskies. More Chino Hills in the second. Ujagele gets the steal and throws it down, a one-handed rip on the fast break. The Huskies continuing to attack in the paint. Onyewe Akongu's first shot is off, but he gets his own rebound. It's a 22-point Chino Hills lead early in the second. Las Lomas begins the comeback late in the second. Blake Thorpe dishes to Robert Prince, who drills it from deep. The Knights keep the momentum rolling in the second half. JT Estes driving into the hoop, taking the contact and laying it in, and the bench boys were fired up. More Knights offense as Devin Payne hits for 3, making it splash from Walnut Creek, and it's single digits. The Knights showing some great ball movement now as the ball finds Jason Holman, who nails one from downtown. Las Lomas still battling late as Prince shows the double pump before laying it in and one. That made it a 5-point game, but the comeback falls just short as Chino Hills holds on to win it by 5, ending a historic season for the Las Lomas Knights.
U.S. Bank celebrates future leaders each week.
That's right. This week we bring you the plays of the year brought to us by the players who made the play. Here are the top 10 plays from the past season.
My name is Alejandro Rodriguez. I'm a junior in high school, and earlier this season I did a save on the right side, top dive. It's things I do to prevent goals.
My name is Nasim Gaskin, and I play basketball at Bishop Odell High School.
My top 10 play of the week was during a very intense game against Berkeley High School. I was being denied on the wing, and Will Shiver made a good read and passed me the ball backdoor for a monster dunk. This dunk had the crowd going wild and was a very big play in the game.
Hello, my name is Isaiah Schoenberger. I'm a junior at Palo Alto High School. My play was in the CCS quarterfinal game when my teammate Layton Ho crossed a long ball into the box as I pushed myself to the ball and volleyed it over the goalkeeper in the first and seconds of the game. I couldn't have been able to do it without the support of my family, my teammates, and my lucky charm.
Hi, my name is Kanami Maggart. I'm a junior at Antioch High School. My play was on Cal High Sports versus Heritage High School. My teammate threw me the alley-oop at mid-court. I knew once the ball touched my hand, I was going to slam it down, give my team the upper hand, make the crowd go crazy. Thank you, Cal High Sports, for the exposure that you've given me.
My name is Alejandro Mendoza. I'm from Bellarmine Prep Senior, and my goal was from the CCS championship game in the D1, where my teammate crossed it and it bounced once, and I hit off the bounce and luckily hit off the crossbar and ended up in the back of the net. To score the winning goal in a championship means a lot.
Hi, my name is Thomas Petrov, and I'm a junior at Los Gatos High School. My play was for our senior night against Los Altos when my teammate sent it over the back line and I headed it into the right side of the net. It was an incredible experience, and I'm so happy we were able to take league champs from this game.
Hi, I'm Emma Rogers, and I play for Monte Vista High School, and my top 10 play was during the NCS final game. The score was 2-1, and I tried to keep it to only one goal against us, and I just tried to react as quickly as I could.
I'm Cameron Feeney.
I'm Jay Allen Tovar.
On the top play of the week, CCS Championship. I came down on baseline. I saw my boy Jay in the middle of the paint, threw it up to him.
So bang out CCS Championships.
Hi, my name is Jacob Dressler, and I'm a junior at Brigham High School. And my play was our second to last league game, and if we won league, so it was a big game. And there was about 2 seconds left when one of our bigs, Luke, was able to tap out a free throw. And I was just fortunate enough to get it real quick, put it up, and it went in.
My name is Charlie Moore, and I'm a junior at University High School in San Francisco. My play was in my team's biggest rivalry game when my teammate Spencer Spivey threw a cross-court pass to me at the three-point line, and I caught it and hit the shot in midair. When I shot the ball, I knew as soon as it came out of my hands that it was going in, and I heard the buzzer go off as the ball was in the air. We ended up winning the game, and it was definitely a shot I'll remember.
Each week, Sharks High School Hockey and the Positive Coaching Alliance bring us our Triple Impact Competitor Award. This is an athlete who works hard to make themselves better, their teammates better, and to improve the game as a whole.
This week's Triple Impact competitor is Robert Prince from Las Lomas High School. A true team leader, Robert is a big reason for the Knights' success this season. Robert's work ethic is contagious and makes his teammates better. Robert Prince, our Sharks High School Hockey Positive Coaching Alliance Triple Impact competitor. One Hit Away brings us great advice on concussion prevention each week.
Here's Dr. Daniel Amina with this week's tip.
A concussion is no different than a broken arm or a broken leg, in the sense that if you do not properly heal it, you may suffer long-term ramifications. Research shows that brains without proper recovery from a concussion may experience the following mental health issues: anxiety, loss of concentration, depression, judgment, impulse control issues, substance and prescription abuse. Consult with your doctor or One Hit Away about a brain recovery plan. One Hit Away understands that your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's a South County Chrysler Game of the Week with the Battle on the Island with Ensenal meeting Alameda.
And later at Stewart Hall going for the school's first state title. In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year annually going out to 24 different organizations. Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andry, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikers Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. That means a reporter on scene, team interviews, and Game of the Week t-shirts. This week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week is the Island of Alameda rivalry game with Ensenal taking on Alameda.
Yeah, and both teams playing this game in honor of Alameda baseball legend Lil Arnrich. The father of Alameda head coach Kenny Arnrich passed away recently. The former minor league baseball player and Alameda city councilman was loved by everyone on the island, especially by the baseball community. I love the chats I had with Lil when I would go to the Alameda games. Lil loved to talk, and he had lots of great stories to tell. We'll all miss him. On to the game played on the island this week.
The big rivalry game on the island, Ensenal and Alameda competing for bragging rights. The Jets on the board quickly with a runner on third. Sandeep Mall grounds one the opposite way to score teammate Osiris Johnson. Ensenal up by 1 after 1. And with a runner on second, Max Nyrop up to bat, ropes one to center. He scores Tristan Wiley to tie it up at 1, and 6 innings later, it's the same score. But Alameda looking to walk it off. Runner on third with 1 out. Johnson dives to his right, looks back the runner, and gets the out at first. Everyone was okay there. And then 2 batters later, Johnson strikes out the batter for out number 3, and we're headed into extras. Defense playing a big part in this one. Pitcher Brian Wu gets the ground ball here for the 6-4-3 double play in the top of the 8th, and then in the bottom half of the inning, the Jets flashing some leather too. Center fielder Cooper Vasquez stops this one from going in the gap. And Ensenal would get something going in the 9th. Maul, the San Francisco State commit, bloops one in no man's land. And then 2 batters later, Dry Lewis steps up big time, gets one through the middle of the infield, scoring Maul. And the Jets would tack on another run. John Estasis grounds it the opposite way. It hits the bag and makes its way to the outfield, scoring Lewis, and Ensenal would take the 3-1 lead into the bottom of the 9th. A Jet error would put a runner on first for the Hornets, and Dean Sarmiento gets himself an infield hit to put runners on first and second with no outs. Next batter, Jordan Kim hits it deep to right, deep enough to advance the runner from second to third, and the Hornets would tie it up with a bases-loaded walk and wild pitch, and the game continues on. Bottom of the 11th now, runner on first, Kyle Quilisi singles it to right to put Nyrop in scoring position. The Hornets looking to walk it off. A ground ball up the middle, finds shortstop Johnson. He tags second and gets the runner out at first, and we will play no more. The big Alameda-Ensenal rivalry ends in a 3-3 tie. We talk to the home team after the game.
Here they are post-game, the Alameda Hornets. Little melancholy. We ended in a tie. Big rivalry. Max, tell me, what were you feeling out here, and how was it going down?
Well, obviously a very intense game. It's our rivals from across town. We grew up with these guys, so we always want to beat them by as much as we can, and so just to be able to put up with them, it's tough.
Now, Brian, let's just talk about this team's strengths this year. What is going to make it so that you guys get to that ultimate end goal?
We are a very old team, lots of seniors, lots of good leadership, so having that age is a really helpful thing. So, down the stretch, battle tested, and it helps a lot to be able to have that leadership.
Now, Dean, what do you guys hope to accomplish this year by the time the final pitch is thrown and you've played your last game?
I mean, we hope to be winning an NCS championship on that last pitch. Last year, we were close, but came out at a disappointing loss, so we're looking to come back this year and win one.
Thanks, guys. These are the Alameda Hornets. Guys, take us out.
Alameda! Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
You can vote for your favorite volunteer right now by going to the Lexus of Stevens Creek website or Facebook site. They even have a link on Twitter. The 10 volunteers getting the most votes qualify for a share of $10,000 in scholarships.
Very nice. Coming up, our CCS Players of the Year for the winter season.
And later, the Dunks of the Year. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the girls' state title game in the Open Division. The Pinewood Panthers taking on a very strong Windward team from Los Angeles.
The Panthers with a 27-2 record going into the game. Stanford commit Hannah Jump looking to grab win number 28 and the school's first Open Division state title in the game played on Saturday night.
The Pinewood student section did not want to miss their girls' vie for a state title against Windward. And early on, the Panthers giving their fans a show. Brianna Caleros to Clara Ostrom for the deep three. And the Panthers continue to pounce Caleros with a beautiful pass to Stanford commit Hannah Jump to go up by 8. And that Pinewood team is fired up. But Windward proving why they're the best in the South. That's the Wildcats' Charisma Osborne landing that triple. She was a troublemaker. And with a minute to go in the first, the Wildcats steal the lead with Michaela Williams' floater. Windward would have the 11-point lead at the half. Third quarter, Caitlin Lee Young helps out her team finding a route to the hoop for the lay-in. Astrom doing the same thing here, but this time it's one-handed, and she gets the foul to make it a 10-point game. But Windward's Osborne was on another level. That one is from NBA range. She had 6 threes on the night. Number 20 for Pinewood, Courtney Thompson is a freshman, and she made a name for herself. That 3-ball makes it a 7-point game, and here she is stepping up again. Cue the "She's a Freshman" chant. She's a freshman. But Windward never gave up that lead. The Wildcats would walk away with the state open title. Pinewood finishing its miraculous season with a 27-3 record.
Now time to announce our CCS Players of the Year.
These are the athletes we chose as the best in basketball and soccer in the Central Coast section. Here they are, the CCS Winter Players of the Year.
Logan Johnson, St. Francis High School.
We have co-CCS Basketball Players of the Year. First off, from St. Francis High School, sensational point guard Logan Johnson. Logan led his team averaging 22 points a game with 10 rebounds a game, 5 assists and 4 steals. Logan thrilled crowds with his ability to make baskets from all angles and anywhere on the court. Logan led his team to the CCS playoffs and into NorCals. Logan will play on scholarship next season at the University of Cincinnati.
Those are my brothers. Those are my guys. You know, I had 2 other seniors, Luke Paulson and Tyler Manoa, but it's a lot of the younger guys and the older guys that I got to experience. That was so neat, interesting to me, because you have guys that are like you that are going to perform at the D1 level. Then you have other guys that's their second or third sport. So, you know, being out there with them, it taught me a lot as a leader. And, you know, I'm glad I got to experience that and I stayed with them.
Kendall Stubblefield, Bellarmine College Prep.
Our second CCS Player of the Year is Bellarmine forward Kendall Stubblefield. Kendall was a strong force for the Bells this season, leading his team to a West Catholic League title and to its first ever section title. Kendall was a force in the middle, scoring key buckets for the Bells all season long. Kendall was an all-around player with a solid outside shot. Kendall averaged 16 points a game with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Kendall is deciding where he will play next season.
It was awesome. I would have never imagined that I would be here, taking place at Bellarmine. It was a long journey to get to the school, and it was awesome making history with all my teammates. I mean, it'll be an awesome experience. I'm really excited for the next 4 years. We want to start working really hard, getting on a good program, and really having to make myself stay on top of my things all the time, and I'm ready for the challenge.
Haley Jones, Archbishop Mitty.
The CCS Girls Basketball Player of the Year is Mitty's Haley Jones. Haley is one of the very best players in the nation and is being heavily recruited by top colleges. Just a junior, Haley scored her 1,000th point for the Monarchs this season, leading her team to league, section, and NorCal titles. Haley averaged 22 points and 10 rebounds a game for the team, ranked #1 in the nation. Haley does it all from every position on the court. She will return to Mitty for her senior season next year.
It's one of the best teams I've ever been on, obviously. We have great team chemistry. I think that's why we're so successful, because we love being around each other off the court, and that plays. You can see it on the court how much we love being with one another. So, I mean, it's great. We get to play at such a high level, starting all the way back in December, going to the Tournament of Champions, West Coast Jamboree. So it's great to get to push ourselves every game.
Cole Hackett, Bellarmine College Prep.
The CCS Soccer Player of the Year is Bellarmine's Cole Hackett. Cole was a lockdown defender for the Bells this season, named the West Catholic League Defender of the Year. Cole was also a threat on offense with 4 goals and 6 assists for the Bells. Cole's coaches say Cole is a real team leader and a force on the field at all times. Cole is right now deciding where he will play in college next season.
I felt all season we were really playing our best, and we got some unlucky results. And so we were able to easily turn it on for the end of the season run through CCS. And winning CCS was an amazing experience. We had a great tournament. We were the 9 seed, so every game was on the road. That was super fun, going to other team schools and beating them and making all the way to the finals and playing our rival St. Francis. That was an awesome experience as well. Beating them for the CCS championship was amazing.
Lucy Tang, Mountain View High School.
Our Girls Soccer Player of the Year is Lucy Tang from Mountain View High School. The attacking mid and wing was a goal-scoring machine for the Spartans this season. Lucy scored 21 goals with 15 assists for the De Anza Division champs as part of their 11-1 league season. Lucy and her team made it all the way to the CCS final game and into NorCal's. Lucy will play next season at UC San Diego.
My team worked very hard playing against each team. We knew that each team would give us their hardest, so we came up with the mindset of playing our hardest, and I had the mindset of being like the leader of the team. Like I wanted to like lead my team in a way that's like scoring as many goals as I can. I thought it was a good season for me. I thought every game I'd always have a mindset of wanting to score and assisting other players, and yeah, I thought it was a good season.
Hannah Jump, Pinewood High School.
The CCS Scholar athlete is Pinewood forward Hannah Jump. Hannah was awesome for the Panthers this season, leading her team with 17 points and 6 rebounds a game. Ranked among the top teams in the nation all year long, Hannah was the Panthers' leader on and off the court. Hannah was just as strong in the classroom with a 3.9 GPA. Hannah has committed to Stanford University after playing her senior season next year at Pinewood.
Playing at Pinewood has been a really great experience. Being able to utilize my three-point shooting there, and Doc's such a great coach, and he helps me work on that every day. And the team, we all get along so well. Great big family, and just playing together every day, practice, games, it's been really great. I committed to Stanford, and it's been great. The reason I decided to commit there was, one, it was close to home, so my parents are able to come and watch me play. And then it's just the best combination of basketball and academics. Obviously the academics are really good there, and then the basketball program they've established is great, so it's just the best of both worlds.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrate players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Doing the dirty work this week is Nico McNeil from Bishop O'Dowd. And Nico taking the charge here in the NCS Open Division title game, giving it all for his team. Nico was okay after that, but he was doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our Bay Area young people.
So every week they bring us tips on how our teens can drive more safely. Here's this week's safe driving tip.
Hi, I'm Logan Thomas from Leland High School, here with this week's South County Chrysler driving tip. Drinking and driving is a big problem with teens. A recent survey showed 25% of teens involved in fatal crashes have been drinking. With all the ride-sharing services and with your friends, there are lots of ways to keep from drinking and driving.
Coming up, our second block construction blockbuster game as Stuart Hall goes for a state title against View Park.
And what will be the dunk of the year? We'll see coming up.
The difference between impossible and possible? It's a person who believes they can, saving toward their goal with a bank that believes they can too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Man, it's finally happened. They got the award-winning Pacifica in a hybrid version. Can you believe it? I'm going down to South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat, where people matter, prices do not. Don't call it a minivan. It's a cool ride. Come to one of California's best, South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot. See you soon.
The Rica Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
First National Bank,
the family bank. Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with Stuart Hall going for its first ever state title. The Hall culminating its great season with a NorCal title and a chance to win it all.
But to end the season with a win, the Hall would have to get past SoCal champ View Park from Los Angeles. It's our NCS block instruction blockbuster game, and our Kiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
We're here at the Golden One Center for the Division IV state title game with Stuart Hall and View Park. Now the Hall advancing to this game with a 23-point comeback win in the NorCal title game. Junior guard Miles Amos putting up 25 points in that victory. With the state title on the line, it's the battle of the Knights in tonight's
Blockbuster game!
View Park grabs a quick lead in the first. It's Deshaun Johnson to Ernest Flynn to Christian Johnson for 2. But the Hall holds their ground on defense. J. Henry Ryan takes the charge and gives his team the ball back. The Hall takes advantage of the possession. Alex Bird drives the lane and kicks it to Ryan. And that corner 3 is money. The Hall leads 14-11. And with few seconds left in the first quarter, View Park is on the move. Kobe Stores puts it up just in time to beat the buzzer to give View Park a 1-point lead. Second quarter was just as exciting as the first. The Hall working it in the paint. Nigel Burris to Kevin Golson to tie it 18-all. And seconds later, the Hall takes the lead as Thomas Wolber floats it to Miles Amos, who finishes at the hoop for 2. But View Park gets hot late in the second. Christian Johnson shows off his quickness as he finishes at the hoop for 2. Stuart Hall down by 9 back from the half, but cuts the deficit as Amos comes in for the putback dunk. But View Park hitting from all sides of the court. Kobe Stores kicks it to Cameron Stores, and he hits for the 14-point lead. Fourth quarter, the Hall working hard to stay in this one. Amos comes up with the turnover and muscles to the rack for 2 to pull within 9. 1 minute left to play, the Hall moving quickly. Amos to Wolber, who hits from way downtown, but just not enough as View Park holds on to win it 74-62. Great season, Stuart Hall. Miles Amos talks to us after the game.
It's a real special thing, especially since we're the first team in Stuart Hall history to do it in our 18 years being around. It was real special and really thankful for all of our fans and parents that came and supported us for this. Yeah. Everybody kept doubting us since the first round of sectionals. So the way we were able to bounce back from that, bounce back from a second-round loss, and be able to make this run is amazing. I'm so proud of these guys.
In Sacramento with the blockbuster game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week's scholar athlete is Daisy Bradanini from Valley Christian. Daisy is the starting center fielder on the Warriors softball team and a star in the classroom with a 4.3 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its Bel Canto and Cantilena choral ensembles for their unanimous superior ratings at the California Music Educators Association Festival, held at Saratoga High School. Bel Canto was commended for its very mature and full sound, and Catalina for its outstanding cohesiveness and superlative tone quality. At Harker Preschool through 12th grade, students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Once again this season, Adobe brings us great advice on how to use their software to make highlight reels and team videos.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
Adobe recently added a new text tool workflow to Premiere Pro. The new tool makes it really easy to add and manipulate your text. To add text to your video, just click on the text tool icon, then click anywhere on the program screen and start typing. A new file shows up on your timeline to place wherever you wish. It's a new way to use Adobe products to make your team video or highlight reel better than all the rest. Coming up, the wait is over. The dunks of the year at long last appear next.
But first, here's the final World Games Top 10 Boys Basketball Poll.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, my name is Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
Back at Levi Stadium in time to celebrate all the eye-popping, rim-rattling dunks of the year.
The collection put together by our Adrian Soriano. Here they are. Adrian Soriano, you haven't seen him?
Never heard of him.
No.
Who's that guy over there? Oh, that's him. Okay. Here's the dunks of the year. What a great season for the Presentation girls basketball team.
The girls meeting with 99.7 Now Strawberry at the Rice Center to talk about it earlier this week.
Hey, we're at the Rice Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. I'm surrounded by the Panthers of Presentation. This is the basketball squad right now. And what a successful season. Akemi, talk about the improvement from the last two seasons as a senior and what you saw.
You know, last year we went 0-10 with no seniors to help guide and lead us, but reflecting back on this year and having the same team as last year and bringing up 2 freshmen, I feel that we really bonded, and our chemistry is what helped us to execute and play well together as a team on the court.
And let's talk about one of the secrets you guys had, Ava. There was a major home court advantage that Presentation had. Was it 11-2? When people came to your school, nobody went home with a victory, almost.
No, I mean, I can especially speak for the seniors. This has been our home for the past 4 years, so the energy that the crowd brings and the bench brings, we feel it on the court, and it just contributes to our playing as well.
And that home court advantage really helped with the rivalry with Sacred Heart, right?
Yes, we've actually, in my time I've been at Prez, we've never beaten Sacred Heart, so they've had some very good players go through the program, so to be able to compete with them and beat them on our own home court was really fun.
Okay, Julia over here is telling me something interesting. Not only is this a very successful basketball team, you guys are an award-winning a cappella group.
Yes, like Akemi said, we weren't as close last year, and this year after we decided to enter the talent show with our a cappella, it really bonded us and brought us together as we practiced some choreo, some vocals, just getting ready for the big day.
Very pitch-perfect presentation, right?
Oh,
What's the name of the group?
The Basketbellas.
Of course it's the Basketbellas. I love it. I love it. All right, my name is Strawberry from 99.7 Now. You can check me out every night starting at 7 o'clock. Panthers, take it away for us.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play is
JT Estes from Las Lomas driving in, getting the and one, and his team was very, very happy. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Riker Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Dominique, and today's training tip is lateral band walks. I'm going to have the athlete put a band right around their ankles, and they're going to go side to side. And then you want to make sure that as they're going, they keep their feet shoulder width apart the whole time. Keep their hips back so they're loading with their weight in their heels. Also make sure that they're not wobbling side to side, keeping that core tight.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week, it's a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium on May 21st.
Yes, we'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start with Cooper Vasquez for Ensenada coming in to make a great diving catch in the outfield. Same game, it's a Cyrus Johnson with a diving stop on the infield to get the out and keep the winning run at third base with a collision at first. But the play of the week goes to Robert Prince from Las Lomas. A double pump for the lay-in and one in the state championship game. Robert Prince, a big reason for the Knights' comeback, and he gets the play of the week. That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week to meet the wheelchair basketball star and his journey to becoming a road warrior. We'll see you then.